good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Minty Fresh Perspectives, where I give you a fresh, exciting point of view on all type of topics. I'm your boy, the one Minty, that's TheOneMinty, because I got a fresh topic to talk to you about. And today's topic is called sleep. Sleep, that's right, sleep. Let me tell you about sleep. So I was talking to my daughter the other day, and she struggles to get to sleep. She goes to bed late. She wakes up early. She says, I can't sleep. So I searched the internet and I came up with some techniques that would help her sleep. And I shared them with her, and I'm going to share some of them with you. Sleep. What does it mean to sleep? I was talking to my daughter about this the other day, and I was trying to give her some techniques about sleeping because she's the kind of person that just can't sleep. She goes to bed late, wakes up early, doesn't really know what to do with herself, tries to read herself to sleep, comes down, complains about not being able to sleep, wakes up her brother, tells him that he can't sleep, wakes up her mom and dad, tells them they can't sleep. So now everyone can't sleep. So, I searched the internet and I came up with techniques that I feel would be helpful to her. And I come up with 8 techniques that I think might be helpful for you and myself. Now, funny, I should tell you these techniques because after I told my daughter these techniques yesterday, guess what ended up happening? I couldn't sleep. I ended up going to bed, falling asleep on the couch and nodding off, and ended up going to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, went upstairs and did some of these routines to prepare myself for bed, and I ended up not being able to sleep. So I'll get through some of these techniques, and then I'll explain to you what ended up happening to me and what we can do together to try and get better sleep. Because, the Lord wants us to sleep. And it says right here in Proverbs 3, verse 24, if you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Proverbs 24, verse 33, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. Hey, it's in the Bible. He wants us to sleep. Don't be sluggish. Get your sleep. Get out of bed when it's time to get out of bed and get on with your day. That being said, I came up with a couple of techniques that I've learned and that I've read about, and we'll go through them. Step number 1, you make sure you turn your cell phones off before bed. What does that mean before bed? It doesn't mean that you're on a game, playing Candy Crush or whatever other game you're playing, or reading, or looking at YouTube videos, putting it down and then going to sleep. It isn't going to happen. Your brain can't do it. Your brain it's hooked. It wants more. It wants that pleasure point, that feed me more. What's next? The anxiety. Ooh, what's next? What's the next episode? What's the next level? What's the next story? What's the next gossip? Ooh, check out my Instagram. Check out Facebook or who's doing this on gossip and all that stuff. First of all, if you're gossiping, and that's another thing we need to talk about, because the Lord doesn't want us to gossip. But remember, also turn off your blue light. There's a blue light filter you can put on a lot of your devices. They even have glasses now that come with blue light filters built right into the glasses or on your computer screens. But you can put a little blue light filter on your phone, and that will help take those rays that cause some of those deadly, I don't know really how to scientifically or medically talk about it, but let's just dumb it down and say it ain't good. So put on your blue light filter, because it's going to help you, and it's going to help you settle down and not get all those really bright rays into your brain, especially before bed. Number 2, no caffeine before bed. That means pop, people, not just coffee. No caffeine before bed. That includes chocolate, because what happens is you're given these pleasure points again. You're given these receptacles in your nerve endings in your brain that is saying, ooh, I'm in a euphoric state. I can't settle down now because I'm hyped. I've got these pleasure points of caffeine and this hype, and your heart rate gets raised. Number 3, no working out before bed. Why? I need to exercise. It's the only time I can do. Yeah. But if you're working out like a couple hours before bed, what happens is your body temperature gets so hot and it raises it, and it takes a long time for it to cool down. And we all know that when you lay down on a bed and you hot, you ain't sleeping. It's just, you need to open up, the window, put on a fan, throw some ice in your bed, whatever you got to do to cool your body down to get to sleep. You ever tried to sleep with 427 and a half blankets on you? It ain't happening. It's too hard to sleep in heat. You need your body to cool down so it can rest. That's why they make all these gel pills and gel mattresses and gel this and gel that, or these cooling sheets and temperature beds. Because you try to sleep in the heat, man, it's not easy. I'm telling you, you need to cool down. You need to cool down in more ways than one, but we're talking about sleeping here. Number 4, once I just said, don't sleep in a hot room. Turn down your temperature, put on a fan. That's very self-explanatory. Number 5 is turn off all screens, maybe 30 minutes before bed. I'm not saying that you can't watch TV, you can't play games, you can't do that, but you need a preparation time. I've already told Aaliyah, my daughter, I already told my daughter to have that preparation time for bed. It's not like, oh, it's bedtime, time to go to bed. It's the preparation. So it's time to get ready for bed. What does getting ready mean? It means go and brush your teeth. Go and make your bed set up for sleeping. Set out your clothes. Make sure your lunch is ready. Get the book that you want to read. Put your slippers over here. Whatever. Get your favorite teddy bear. Say your prayers. Give your mommy and daddy hugs and kisses. Get into bed, and now you're prepared to sleep. Then you could do the next process, which she likes to do, which is read before bed, and that is getting ready for bed as well, but that's more of the I'm in bed now. And then you can do the lay your head down and go to sleep. If you just jump in, it ain't going to work. So stay away from flickery images too, especially things like video games, because they cause endorphins and pleasure receptacles again. If anyone knows anything about gambling, I don't believe in gambling. That's another thing we could talk about. But you're looking for that score, that win. I used to be severely addicted to NBA 2K. And I'll be honest with you, I came off of it and I didn't play it for years. And then I came back on it and I started playing it again. And then just recently I came off it again. The problem with this is these companies, they get you into this pack opening mode where it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to get, but I might get the best character. And it can be any kind of game. It doesn't have to be NBA 2K. It can be any kind of game that has microtransactions, that has rewards, Candy Crush, Roblox, Minecraft. It could be anything. A racing game, a fighting game. If you open up this thing, you have the option of maybe getting the best character or the option of getting the best skin, but not a guarantee. And you're spending your hard-earned money or your earned money in-game currency to get this. And then it becomes a gambling addiction. That's a whole different story. But then what happens is you get so hooked into this that let me just play one more game. I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I got to go to bed, but let me just play one more game because I'm so close to opening up a new pack or getting that new microtransaction currency that allows me to. And then next thing you know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and you're not getting the sleep. So turn off your screens, turn off your video games, stay away from that and do the preparation period, right? Number 7, don't lay down in your bed and toss and turn. Oh, I apologize. Number 6, read before you go to bed. Read before you go to bed, but not a screen. Paper books. Get a paper book or a magazine or something. Get your eyes used to focusing and reading and getting tired, right? Read before you go to bed. Number 7 is don't lay down in bed and then toss and turn and stay there. Remove yourself from the current environment. And you know what? You might have to sleep somewhere else. And that brings me to a topic that I was just talking about at the beginning of this video and me talking to my daughter about some of these techniques. Unfortunately, I fell into it last night. I was downstairs and then I started falling asleep and doing these little cat naps. You don't want to have little cat naps or afternoon naps because then you won't sleep. And I started to, shake my head and bobble and do this little breakdance and dance and everything like that. And I realized, you know what, just go to bed. And it was now about 2:30. So I went upstairs to go to bed and I did all my preparation stuff, even though I wasn't following my rules that I taught my daughter because I'm going right from TV to bed. I brushed my teeth, which is another topic I wanted to talk to you about, which is very strange. My wife thinks it's strange for me but every time I brush my teeth when I'm exhausted, I have this surge of energy. I don't know what it is. So if that is you, brush your teeth maybe an hour before bed, not right before you jump into bed. Because maybe you go upstairs, brush your teeth, and it will force you not to eat any more snacks for the rest of the night. By the time you go upstairs, you're still tired. But when I go upstairs and then I brush my teeth, now I'm like ready to go. Let's go for a run. Let's read a book. Let's watch a movie. Let's talk. I'm sleeping, honey. I'm wired. I'm hyped. So try to brush your teeth a little bit earlier than just going up and go to bed. I don't know what it is. That's just my thing. So anyways, I laid down in bed after doing all my preparation, closed my eyes, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I didn't know what to do. So I was going through all these techniques that I've learned in my head, and I started going through them and cooling down the place, getting rid of some of the blankets. Wasn't working. I did a breathing technique, which I'll talk to you about at the end of this video. It didn't work. And so I also have a sleep app machine, unfortunately. My goal is to get off that, but I wear a sleep app. It helps me, breathe better and not jump in the middle of the night. And I just couldn't sleep. So I removed myself from my current situation and I went downstairs. Mind you, I wasn't happy about it. I was frustrated, and I thought it to be comical that I just finished talking to my daughter who struggles to sleep with this situation. And I removed myself, and I said, you know what? Enough is enough. I came downstairs, I laid on the couch. I'm a big guy, so I don't really fit on my couch, so I ended up looking like a pretzel. I turned on my kitchen fan over my microwave because it gives me white noise. That helps. And closed all the windows, and I went to sleep, and I got 4 hours of sleep. That's okay. At least I slept. I removed myself from the situation. That's one thing. Now, a couple little add-on techniques that are not in my top 7 because they may or may not work for everyone. One of them is the brushing of the teeth. Try to do that earlier. And another one is called the 4-7-8 routine. I don't know how many people have tried it, but 4-7-8 routine consists of breathing in for the count of 4, like this. Holding it for the count of 7. And then breathing out for the count of 8. Now, I didn't have to go through all that to show you, but it's called the 4-7-8. Remember that. Breathe in, hold for 7, and then breathe out. Push all of it out. You do that while laying down on your pillow, and it'll slow down your breathing, and it'll cause you to become more relaxed. This is what I learned. Sometimes it works. Another thing to do before you go to bed is pray to God and say, Dear Lord, please help me to have a restful sleep tonight because I struggle. If you are one of the people that struggles. There's another scripture I want to read, which is a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. I think I already read that one. So there's another scripture that I want to read, which is, Come to me, all who are labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And that is Matthew 11, verses 28. Come to me, all of you who labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So hopefully some of these techniques will help you. If you have anything that you want to add, write in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, share with some other people. This might help some other people. Search the internet for other techniques that might help you. Search the Bible for scriptures that will give you rest and peace. Remember that the Lord is always there. All you have to do is ask, it shall be given. Seek, you shall find. And knock, and the door shall be opened for you. Once again, I'm your boy, the one Minty. And we are out.